How do you go about identifying people that you want to involve in coach training, disciple development coach training?
The idea of coaching has kind of made shifts and turns the more I've lived with the concept of coaching and spiritual formation. When I began, there were about 6 people in the life of the church who were coaching without knowing they were coaching. So my thought was, well, I'll start with these 6 people and I'll give them the language for what they're doing. I'll give them the language of coaching. I'll give them new questions to ask in what they're already doing, and I will empower them through this program, DDC, to coach better, to identify those skills, to enhance the skills, to give words to the skills that they're already doing. So this group are the ones that I presented to Ursel and worked through that first introduction of discipleship development coaching to Central Baptist Church of Fountain City. And then as we grew from there, I realized, well, what's next? We've got this group of coaches who are now equipped to coach, but how do I find others? Do I lay out an open invitation to the church and risk bringing in people that shouldn't be coaching, don't necessarily have the gifts, or are not necessarily in a place in life where they should be coaching? Well, maybe I should go to the Sunday school leadership, of which we have about a pool of 135 people, and start with Sunday school leadership. These people who are already leading, who are already a part of developing people and going through spiritual formation together with people and leading groups of people in spiritual formation. And so I thought I'd go through there, and then as I just lived church and was moving through the hallways on Sunday mornings and interacting with both Sunday school leadership and church members alike, I discovered there were people standing in the hallways and having conversations. And then I noticed that those people weren't necessarily the ones talking, they were listening. And then I noticed that person might be having a conversation after the Sunday school hour in the hallway with a different person, or after worship, or at some other time during the week. I always seem to find these same people in the hallways having conversations, and they were coaching and didn't realize they were coaching. People were drawn to them. They have what I would call favor with people, and people are attracted to them to share life with them and to ask them for advice and to do those types of things. So I discovered 3 in the hallways that way and invited them into a DDC course last spring, and as well as some of the other Sunday school leadership that I thought would really be open to this approach in leading spiritual formation. The other approach that I've considered in this, how do I invite people into coaching concepts and relationships, is by looking at people with potential for Sunday school and small group leadership. Who out there has that favor? Who out there is interested in doing more than just attending a Sunday school class or participating in a small group? Who has leadership qualities and gifts of spiritual formation? And then creating a list of people, and then praying over that list and allowing the Lord to lead me through that list to the right people to invite into a course. Right now, the plan is to provide 2 11-week courses, 10-week courses, going through the DDC books, and the book and the workbook and the videos, to offer 2 of those courses, one in the fall, one in the spring, and to invite those people on the list and not do an open invitation, but to invite those people and continue to invite Sunday school leadership. One of the things that I tried with the last group we taught in the spring was we took the last meeting and we had a time of silence, a time of prayer, and I guided them through the prayer and what they should pray for. And one of those moments was praying for who in your life, in your circles, in this church, do you think would be a good coach, or who would embrace coaching principles and spiritual formation? Who are some names that the Lord might be putting on your heart and mind to share? And so we spent some time in silence and prayer. And then I gave them each a card after that prayer time, and I told them, okay, now write down those names or that name and give them to me. So not only does it have me praying through names of leadership, lists of leadership. We have the leadership booklets in our church, and Sunday school teachers and committee leaders and team leaders and team members and those types of things that you kind of look through and you pray through for those people who have coaching qualities, coaching interests, coaching abilities, and you put them on a list. And then now we've got a list of people who've experienced the course, who've experienced coaching in the hallways, knows what qualities are needed to be an effective coach in spiritual formation and in life. And then they've given me a name. So I'm compiling a list of names that I pray over, and every time we offer a course, then I pray over which ones the Lord might invite me to, and invite 8 to 12 into that course.